base hit for you. Barger with the go, and it's going to be a fastball inside. Barger with another one. Throw down. Oh, missed by Dylan Massett behind the catcher.
Ball escapes there. Goes a little bit out into the outfield.
Catcher once again, number 24, Dylan Massett. Right there behind the plate. Cole Barger shakes one off. Looking, staring down second base. He's gonna look to pick.
Almost gets a little throw there.
Almost gets there. Over at shortstop's gonna be Jonah Chavira today. His family out in the crowd as well. Cole Barger looking once again. He'll go. Nothing. Dylan Massett guns him out at third.
Really nice play there by Dylan Massett. You know, earlier we were talking to Cole Barger, and he said his similar play style and build to a former County Hornet catcher, Colton Simpson, down there in the catcher's position.
Do you have any?
Colton Simpson was a dog. That dude can throw it out anyone at second. He had a really good arm, and that's how Dylan Massett is performing this year so far. Can't wait to see big things from Dylan Massett.
Once again, gunning him down. Curveball, gonna be just barely fouled.
Number 6, Ryan St. Aubin up to bat still for Mead.
Able to get a tip off of it. 2-2 count here with 2 outs and up to bat. Taken
nice there.
Right to shortstop Jonah Chavira.
It bounced off his arm there a little bit.
Yeah, bounced off the glove and then he looked behind him. But it was like
plopped right in front of his face.
Plopped right down. Unfortunate. Cole Barger led up 2 hits so far this, or 1 hit and 1 error. So
still good mindset.
Still in good position as up to bat's going to be Charlie Baker for Longmont. Fastball outside's no good. Hitting that outside corner is going to be a little hard with how much the wind's blowing.
Oh, yeah, it wants to go in for sure. Wind's blowing a little bit to the right if you're facing towards the batter.
Cole finds his pitch, takes a peek off. He's going to look to pick. Not sure what you're going there. I mean, usually I feel like coaches, when you're on the mound, and you have 2 outs, just focus on the batter.
Exactly.
Focus on the batter.
Cole does pick off there and it errors. Runner still on first.
Cole Barger set on the mound. No good.
Another outside pitch there.
Little pump fake from Dylan Massett.
Cole getting set. Another pitch here.
Barger ready.
Picks off once again.
No
Interesting
good.
move there.
No good. Second one of this at bat. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs still. Got a good feeling here. Top of the first.
We can hear outside the wind
Barger
picking up a little bit more. Barger picks again.
For the third. Feels like he could just get him, but he can't.
Wind's picking up a little bit though out there. Nice 12-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Should affect the game quite drastically as we go forward.
Especially with these pop flies, you can see a lot of movement in the outfield.
Another outside pitch there.
It's going to put the count at 3-0.
Batter should be thinking in his head, don't do anything right here.
First one thrown, and that's going to be a walk from Cole Barger.
Runners.
2 batters on, first and second.
Baker draws the walk, brings up the catcher, number 17, Willie Eilers.
Up to bat, Willie Eilers.
Another captain on this Mead team. Should
Catcher.
be, oh, a catcher.
So,
Okay.
That is captain, but he's also a catcher.
Got the catcher out.
Up to bat. And he's going to look to hopefully get something going, put some numbers on the board. Bunt up, no good. Strike one, down the pipe, if you asked me.
Runner on second taking a huge lead here. Cole's looking at him.
Cole finds his pitch, gets set.
Couple looks at second. We have a balk from Cole Barger on the mound.
Buck is called, no pitch.
Runners on third and second now.
Didn't really see where the balk was.
He turned his head a little bit too fast on the second look. Might have moved something. Didn't want to be moved.
Maybe twitched
Shouldn't have
his
moved.
torso.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Said he's ready set for another pitch.
Runners on third and second.
Got a nice little movement on that ball there. Looked like a little slider he threw. That's the first strike.
Two strikes.
Two strikes here.
And he's
And the
going to
batter
go down
swings.
swinging.
Really nice.
Way to end the first inning. Cole Barger going 0-3.
Now the Hornets get a little bit of some offensive play on the bottom of the first. As we take a look at Mead's defense, Devin, you want to shout out the lineup here?
Yeah, and I mean, the thing with baseball is they're constantly changing their lineup, but what I can see coming out to pitch is going to be number 15, Isaac Lockwood, the sophomore, and he's got some movement on his ball. Throwing it right about that 80-mile-per-hour mark once he warms up, high 80s. You know, you can look to see a slider and a curve out of him as well.
Really good look.
And he's got a nasty changeup. That'll drop you down to 60 and get something going. And then earlier, we were talking about him, number 7, Bryce Phillips, over in the catcher's position. I believe he's just warming up the pitcher while, excuse me, while Willie Eilers gets his catching gear on. Over at first base, we're going to have number 23, Alex Benedict. And over at shortstop, we'll have number 6, Ryan St. Aubin. Third and second, kind of hard to see. I'm seeing number 2, Connor Poe at second. And third base, I'm seeing number 10, Charlie Baker. As for the outfield, it's a little
Not
ways
sure.
out.
A little ways out. Number
We need
12,
some-
though, in left field. Number 12, Striker Like.
Strike a like.
We have number 1, Julian Reyes, I believe, for the Pueblo County Hornets, up to bat first. Did pretty good last year in the one hole.
Yep.
Got contact in the ball.
He's
really nice.
He's been one of those kids, and he's quick.
Yes,
so
very
that's why
quick.
he's up there batting first. And I mean, he's definitely worked it. He can put bat to ball. I expect big things out of him throughout this season.
Absolutely.
Not really a power hitter, but he'll get you a single or a double.
Consistent contact is what they're looking
Consistent
for.
contact.
Julian Reyes, the number 1.
Up to bat.
Leading up for the Hornets, right fielder, number 1, Julian Reyes.
Oh, pitch. First one's
Julian
going to be
Reyes.
taken high center field, and it's going to fall. Julian Reyes rounding the bases. He's going to stop at 2 for a double. What did I say?
Really good contact there.
Oh, and he milks the cow.
Nice celebration there with Julian Reyes.
First baseman, number 4.
Hits it just over the middle fielder's head. Impressive there.
Way to put some power on it.
Oh, yeah.
Way to put some power on it, kid. Up to bat is going to be number 4, Jacob Gonzalez.
Now we have Julian Reyes in scoring position. to be a little tougher pressure on the pitcher.
Gonzalez looking to bunt.
Hit by pitch.
Hit by pitch. We'll have one on first, one on second. Cohen Glenn.
Cohen Glenn up to bat.
If there's anybody who I'm looking to see put one over,
It's Cohen Glenn.
it's this guy right here. Lefty, too.
Lefty hitter. Should expect great things for this at bat. Really early in the game. County's looking good right now.
Letting some air out. Cohen Glenn. Big barrel. Can expect big things. Big lead off by Julian Reyes. Same with Jacob.
Pitcher takes a couple looks. Pitches
up.
off.
Bunt is going to be fouled off.
Pitcher sets up for another pitch.
That'll be a strike as well. 0-2 count. Glenn talking to the ref a little bit. Umpire.
Umpire there.
Improper language. Glenn waiting for it. Lockwood.
Taking his time.
Cutter in. Gonna be taken left field, foul ball. Cohen Glenn stay with it.
Good approach there by Cohen. He's in a little bit of a rut though. Pitcher count up.
The good news is when you're lefty hitting off of a righty, the break you have a little extra time.
Exactly, 100%.
You don't have to reach as much. You just gotta shorten up that swing. Another foul ball. Flinched a little.
Cohen
Even
is
though
staying in this.
There's a net. Flinched a little. On deck, Cole Barger. A little bit of Shohei Ohtani action, hitting and pitching. Very common in high school, by the way. Not common in the MLB, but very common in high school.
Lockwood winding up. Pitch is thrown.
Fastball down.
Julian
little low.
Reyes touches third. Both runners advance on a wild pitch.
Runner on third, runner on second. By the way, I don't think we mentioned it earlier. If you're wondering why there's just a score bug, no cameras, it's just me and Manny here.
Oh yeah, this is an audio-only broadcast.
Audio only. You know, our only visuals is this score bug. That's it. That's it.
Just a little practice for those times where we need to be extra elaborate on our streams.
1-2 count. Knees up. Fastball down the middle. Ump's gonna call it a little high. It's gonna be put it at 2-2.
Really nice approach here by Cohen Glenn. One of the better
Definitely
at-bats.
taking a good amount of pitches out of it.
Always something good to see.
Isaac
Lockwood winding up.
the sophomore. Foot's down, he'll fire low and inside. Full count, Cohen Glenn taking his time, trying to find a wait for his pitch.
We might see the first score here of this game if Cohen can come out of this at-bat.
Calm on the mound.
Wind starts picking up a little bit.
Tipped
Fouled off.
The cutter inside.
A lot of movement for balls. Typical approach here would be just one nice down the middle. Just throw some strikes.
Well, I mean, this is where the off speed should come in, right? You can expect any sort of off speed to throw Cohen off, and I mean, I would not be surprised that's what we see here. Exactly what I said. Off speed.
Another one.
Low but fouled. Still full count. Runners on second and third.
Amazing at bat here by Cohen Glenn.
Runner in scoring position. Zero outs here so far, so still time to make up. Glenn battling. Gets another pitch, and that's going to be a strikeout.
Cohen there
Lockwood
prepared.
gets his first K.
Cohen prepared it for being a walk there. A little hesitated.
While it did look a little outside for him, I can't be mad at that
another
pitch.
one of those breaking balls.
It was one of the breaking balls that, you know, just barely. I feel like it painted the corners. 1 out.
Cole Barger up. Still looks good for County. We've got 2 in scoring position. Lockwood takes the pitch. Low and outside.
Good take for Cole, but it's going to be called a ball. Or a strike, excuse me.
Interesting call there.
This is the coolest water gun. What's up, guy?
No clue what that was. A little bit of extra audio for you guys. Anybody looking for water guns? Cole Barger's going to get a swing and a miss. 2 strikes. Bottom of the first. Runners still on. Plenty of time left. Only 1 out. Second strike. Ooh.
Swing and a miss by Cole Barger.
That'll be another K.
Second out here.
Muscle DH, you know. That's what he's there to do. He's to come in,
Get some
hit some
barrels.
bombs.
Last year his nickname was Patty Barrels. Hopefully that stuck. Lockwood
First
with the
pitch is
pitch.
going to be in.
Almost hits Patrick there. Oh, it's called hit by pitch. Barely nicks him. Bases loaded here. The first inning. Blake Swift up to bat, number 27.
One of those more contact hitters. Also pitches for County every once in a while. Excited to see Blake Swift do some work.
On the defense here, we can see Lockwood's pattern of taking his time on the mound.
100%. Likes to take his time, and I mean, if I was a pitcher as well, let your elbow rest a little.
Exactly. Pieced up.
Oh, just caught, and that'll be it. That'll reset it all into the top of the second inning we go. And Manuel, what did you see what have you seen so far throughout this game?
We have a really nice look at both defenses and offenses. County started off really strong. We got some people on bases. Mead struggled a little bit. Nice outs there by Mead. Just routine plays. We're just seeing a lot of routine plays, you know. Really good patterns here to start off the game.
Yeah, and I could agree with that. I mean, there hasn't been anything too crazy. Cole Barger, I feel like, was painting the zone a little bit. I think you get a few more pitches in, but I mean, ideally, as a pitcher, you're trying to get them to swing at what are balls.
Yes.
So you're not trying to throw them, you know, great strikes down the middle. Otherwise, you're going to get taken 450 dead center. So it'll be interesting to see what the rest of this batting lineup looks like for Mead and what they're able to do. I mean, the top of the first inning was pretty quick. So,
Oh, yeah.
So I really want to see more for what Mead has to do at bat. Other than that, I think both teams have been playing really great.
Really nice piece there, too, by Julian Reyes. Starting off for County. Really good hit there.
Unfortunate that they leave 2 on.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Sometimes that happens.
3 on, actually.
3 on. We got bases loaded.
Good news is
We also seen the Hornets with a little, I think 2 errors here. We got one from Mr. Chavita at.
one error. One
error by Mr. Chavita at shortstop.
Yeah, I mean, little things to clean up, but other than that, I think that we've had a pretty good game so far. over at second base for us today is going to be number 8 for Pueblo County, Nick Hernandez. One of 2 Hernandez brothers on the varsity roster.
Up to bat for Mead, we got number 9, Ethan Elmore. Cole takes the pitch.
First one chopped out. That'll be a strike. Foul ball.
Foul ball.
Good take, though. I mean, that was a good pitch. I would have swung.
Really good inside pitch there.
If you want to see me try to hit off of a D1 softball pitcher, it doesn't go very well. Spoiler alert, but that's on our YouTube page as well. Oh, and what a pitch that goes by.
Another
That
swing
would
by
be 2
Ethan.
strikes.
Wind has been pretty consistent here, just a little bit to our left.
Yeah, and I mean, if you were here at Runyon, you could see that the net is completely caved in due to the winds, creating a parenthesis of sort.
Got a 1-2 count here. Cole winds up another pitch.
This time, it's gonna be on the outside corner for the K.
Brings up right fielder, number 4, Tucker Boston.
We got Tucker Boston coming up. Number 4. Haven't seen him yet.
Outfielder, infielder, and a pitcher, apparently, according to Max Preps. Does a little bit of everything. Cole Barger puts one.
Pieced up.
Pop fly. It's going to be around first.
And it's just out. Foul.
That'll be a strike on there.
Jacob
Foul ball,
Gonzalez was really
strike,
close
same
there.
thing.
Wind picked up a little bit, brought it back in. And Cole Barger is up to wind up again for another pitch. Another foul to the right, fouled off. One thing I loved about baseball is seeing the coaches do their routine plays with the foul balls that are hit to them. Sometimes they'll catch them in the shin. It's always one of those funny things that happen. Pieced up, center field. Patty Noakes dives for it. Throws it into second. They stop him at 1.
Well, 2 for Boston. Brings up first baseman, number 23, Alex Benedict.
1 on, 1 out. And 23. Cohen Glenn out there in center field.
Cole winds up for another pitch. Really high, outside to the right.
That'll be a ball. One 0. Runner on first. Heavy lead. Cole Barger puts a changeup on. Dylan Massett with the throwdown, and it's an out.
Really good play, really good toss there. Dylan Massett shows up once again.
Throw out by Massett for out number 2.
2 good throwdowns we've seen by him so far. 1 at 3 and 1 just right there. Stop a steal.
Oh, yeah. Dylan Massett actually proving to be a phenomenal catcher
Really good
just
job.
throughout this game.
And that's something that Cole needs to have trust into. He's been throwing a lot of good balls that have been hit. You got to be able to trust your defense, and it's worked out so far.
2 outs, 1-1 pitch. Fastball, knocked.
Pieced up. Chavita with the catch.
Right to shortstop there.
Jonah.
Almost at second base.
Jonah
Right
with a
over
really
to
nice tracker there. Was able to get out there and take priority. Really good job, Jonah.
No runs allowed, no errors, no runners left on.
Nobody left on there.
Mead takes the field.
What a good inning.
Really good inning there. Really nice, clean, routine plays. Some outstanding plays, too, by Jonah Chavita and Dylan Messett.
You know, way to step it up for those two. As number 15 is going to get back onto the field here, Mr. Isaac Lockwood. He's got a couple Ks on the night already. I keep saying night. It's not night yet. It's
afternoon.
Early afternoon. Mid
Can't be confused, though. It's a little cloudy out here at Runyon Field.
It's starting to brighten up, though.
Should be getting warmer. Really slow game. Nothing too crazy going on. Just this really nice win that if a nice pop-up gets hit, should be expected to curve to the left. We did see a little bit of that in the warm-ups today. A little bit of trouble for some tracking, but other than that, nothing too terrible.
Saul Montoya, number 12, on the deck, timing up Mr. Lockwood. Hopefully, can see some contact, can see some runners scored throughout this inning. That's what I would like to see out of the Hornets going in. As Mead is leading in hits so far. However, County let up a couple errors there. 17 pitches to 28 taken. County's looking strong.
Real good.
Once again, Sol Montoya up to bat in the box. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Stretching, letting him warm up.
Lockwood winds up. Takes the pitch. Contact by Sol Montoya. Routine third base.
Picked off at third. Right over to one. Easy out to start the second inning.
Weird bounce there. Third base was able to catch it off of a high bounce.
Oh yeah, high.
Routine
he got up
play.
there though. That's a reach.
Really good play there by third base.
Bottom of the second started off with an out. County got to get something going. Up to bat, number 9, Jonah Chavira. Chavira readies. Fastball down the middle.
Takes another swing and a miss.
And you know, I think I called that wrong there. I believe that looked like more like a changeup. Quite a bit of a
on that last pitch?
Speed difference there.
Lockwood winds once again.
1-2 count.
Ooh.
Inside.
As Coach Eads yells, "Don't get hit, Chivy." Or rather, get hit so we can get a walk on base.
Fastball outside, swing and a miss. That'll be another out. Third K of the night, afternoon, for Lockwood.
Got 2 outs here. Nick Hernandez up to bat.
Got to make contact here. Got to get on base.
Last year, from what I've seen, really good contact hitter. Could get the ball in almost any position he needed to.
Fast, too. Pinch runner.
Hit straight down the
Ground
middle.
ball, error, and Nick Hernandez gets on.
Error by the shortstop there. Nick Hernandez steals 1 for a routine. Nice contact there.
Back to the top of the lineup is going to be Julian Reyes, number 1.
Impressive offense here by the Hornets, able to get back to the top of the lineup in just 2 innings.
One thing you'll notice is Nick Hernandez and Julian Reyes with the mismatched shoes, they actually bought the same pairs and swapped with each other.
Interesting.
So that way they would have matching shoes for the top and bottom of the lineup.
It does have some symbolism there. Lockwood pitches.
Off speed inside is going to be called a strike. Oh, 2 count, 2 outs. Reyes up. Hernandez with the lead.
Lockwood gives a nod, winds up. Fouls
ball,
off.
and Hernandez has to go back to first.
Hinders that still there, but really good approach by Julian Reyes to stay in.
Yeah, hit and run. Love to hear it. Eads giving some signs with a clap.
That's always a good sign. Lockwood winds, pitches.
Outside. Fired
a
off.
missed pickoff.
Hernandez gonna be able to go. He
Grabs
makes it to
two.
second.
Error there by the catcher. Really far throw to the right of first base. Travels quite a bit of ways out in right field.
Gotta be there for the backup.
Nick taking a decent lead on second.
He's got the speed to get there and back.
He definitely does. Lockwood takes no looks. Pitches. Julian
up.
Reyes with the pop-up. That wind's going to carry it. Routine play by the shortstop.
All 3 outs gonna be gathered here as we reset to the top of the 3rd inning.
I'm surprised that last fly ball wasn't called an infield fly. We know Runyon has changed their rules about those a little bit. I had the chance to do some umpire training back in 2023, and they would almost call everything an infield fly.
Explain a little more on that.
So an infield fly, pretty much, if it goes really, really high in the infield, it would just pretty much just mean an automatic catch. So an infield fly would be an automatic out.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's some unique rules there for Runyon.
Runyon changed it up just because sometimes, people can't get to it.
You did
better
some
just call it up.
umpire
Did.
training.
Didn't want the job at the time. Wasn't something that I was interested
Would you
in.
be interested in doing some of that?
Many different sports. It's definitely an experience. A lot of younger kids, t-ball, youngsters track.
Yeah, but I mean that's a good thing to get paid to do.
Oh yeah.
Some
Teach a little bit of the future generations
better
of
than
sports.
working at McDonald's, burgers. No offense if you do work.
No
at
offense if you
McDonald's.
work at McDonald's.
But I'm just saying it sounds a little more fun to be out here during the summer, watching some ball, even if it's just t-ball.
Oh yeah. We are at the top of the 3rd now. Number 12 for Mead. Striker-like. Kohlbarger still on the mound.
Ready for my favorite thing?
He gives a nod.
Pitch.
Winds up. Pitch lets it fly. Swing and a
Gas
miss
down the middle.
by Like.
Straight gas down the middle there.
Nice two-seamer.
Ooh, a check swing is still going to be called. 2 strikes, no balls. Kohlbarger's putting some on it.
Really making the batter think here, Mr. Like. Giving him no breaks. Cole winds.
Off-speed pitch, and it's going to be the out. Drop 3rd strike. Massett takes his time.
Easy out at first.
Off-speed. 2 fastballs, off-speed. It gets the batter every time. They're expecting the heat. No good.
The old bread and butter.
Good old bread and butter.
Looks like number 3 is up, Edison Burke.
Back
Cole
to the top
winds.
of the lineup.
Ooh,
Fly ball. Glenn gonna be able to get under it.
easy fly out.
Work it around. Kohlbarger, only 4 pitches throughout this inning, and we got 2 outs.
Really nice pitching routine here as Connor Poe comes up to the batter position. Batter's box.
Batter's box.
Cole winds. That's the pitch fly. Swing and a miss.
Fastball. Going to paint that outside corner. Good look. Kohlbarger. Slider. Infield
Nice piece.
ground.
Jonah Chavita going to first. Easy routine out.
That'll be 3 onto the bottom of the 3rd inning.
The 3rd is 3 down.
over this past weekend, we had the opportunity as seniors to partake in our Senior Assassins at Pueblo County High School. Tell us a little bit about that, Devin. It's definitely been nothing short of exciting.
So basically, we all get, well, 75 of us seniors, all pitched in at minimum $10 into the game pot. You're given a target basically, and if your target isn't wearing goggles, you have the opportunity to eliminate them from the game with a water gun. And so if you spray them with a water gun or a hose or dump a bucket of water on them, other than Orbeez grenades and water balloons for whatever reason, they are eliminated from the game.
Yeah.
And so you'll see a couple of us seniors walking around with some goggles hanging around. And if you don't remind them. Do not tell them that they have goggles on. In fact, figure out who is supposed to be hunting them and let them know instead.
And why I mentioned this, we have a couple of people here that are partaking in it, sitting in the stands, waiting to get the kill. A suspect of mine, who I think is targeting me, Miss Ava Tucci, might be at the game.
She does seem to have
her goggles on.
Her goggles
in preparation.
I did not see Jalen with her goggles on though.
Interesting.
So if you're watching this and you have Jalen as your target,
Devin Myers a sellout for the Senior Assassin
I just sold
game.
Jalen Ferris out if she doesn't have her goggles on. They're tucked in her hoodie, I think, which is, if you shoot her and they're tucked in her hoodie, it still counts. That being said, back onto some baseball.
Mr. Jacob Gonzalez in the batter's box. Mr. Lockwood still on the mound. Lockwood takes his time, as per usual. Gives a nod. Winds up, takes the pitch. Straight down center.
You saw straight down center?
Straight down the middle.
I looked inside. It looks like it painted the corner there. 0 balls,
fastball.
1 strike.
0-1 count. Winds, takes the pitch. Real inside this time.
And low. And low.
Low inside, 1-1 count.
Confirmation, no goggles on Jalen Ferris.
Lockwood pitches again. The second strike of the at-bat. 1-2 count here. Lockwood winds. Tips it off. Fouls it. We are getting knocks on the announcer booth here as Lockwood takes the last pitch of this at bat. Pieced up and fouled off by Jacob Gonzalez.
That'll roll deep left field.
Ava Tucci and Jalen Ferris.
They're
coming for me inside the announcer's booth. This is something short of a heart attack I'm about to have. Not a good look here at Runyon Sports Complex, Hobbsfield.
If you're hearing us,
Lockwood,
Jalen and Ava, please stop knocking.
Fouled off once again. A high pop fly.
Can you open that door for us? That door?
Give me 1 second, folks.
Jacob Gonzalez fouls off. Pop fly over the fence. Another outside pitch. Fouled off again by Jacob Gonzalez as we see a 2-2 count still.
I'm back. Jalen and Ferris, some of our rowdies getting ready for the Miracle Minute. 2-2 count here.
Lockwood winds. Pieced up. High fly ball out to center right. It is dropped,
gonna get
and Jacob
down.
Gonzalez is at first.
Single for Gonzalez.
That wind, it plays a huge role
Oh yeah,
in
definitely
those high fly balls.
killed that ball there. You know, that one looked like it was going deep. You could tell the wind just like dropped.
100%.
It helped it drop.
Definitely a factor here.
So for those of you, if you have Jalen as a target, I shot her, and now she has her goggles on. So
Oh my gosh.
I sold. But good news, I do not think that they are after you.
Cohen Glenn up to bat as Lockwood gives a nod. Takes a look at first. Winds. Takes 2 more looks at first. Winds, pitch.
Fastball.
Swing and a miss by Cohen Glenn.
It's going to be strike number 1.
0-1 count here. Jacob Gonzalez taking a lead.
No outs.
Lockwood taking 2 peeks. Picks off. Jacob gets back. Called out. The pickoff is successful. Really hard decision there. Saw an out.
Not sure what I saw. That was really close.
That was a really close pickoff
Up here in
there.
the booth, I was like scared to make an assumption because it was so close.
One thing I did notice, Lockwood's nods. He throws off too. It was a really sudden turn there. Winds up, takes the pitch. Cohen Glenn
Cohen
pieces
Glenn.
it up.
Shallow
middle right.
fly. He'll get the single.
Nice gap hit there. Base hit.
Single for Glenn. Brings up number 16, Cole Barker.
Up to bat, Cole Barger, as I'm sure you heard from the PA announcer over here.
Lockwood gives a nod, takes a peek, takes a couple peeks at first.
This could mean he's going to pick off. Does not. Fastball in.
Cohen Glenn taking a steal,
He's gonna
and he
save.
gets there.
Cohen Glenn over on second.
Really nice jump he got there. 2 looks, and he knew that he wasn't going to pick.
One 0 count. Cole Barger.
Cohen taking a huge lead here on
Nobody there
second.
to cover. Can take more, to be honest with you.
1 look, 2 look. Winds up, throws.
Outside.
High and outside. The scoreboard at Hobbs Field decides to shut off. Must have had
It's
a
a
reboot.
good thing that we're here, isn't it?
It's a great thing that we are here for all of you watching. We thank you so much for your support. As Lockwood winds up. Really low and outside.
2-1 count. Lockwood.
Cohen here taking and recognizing that Mr. Lockwood does not look too often at second base, taking some pretty good leads here.
Well, and it helps that Cohen is a huge human, so it doesn't take much for him to dive back.
A unit.
Inside,
pitch.
hit by a pitch. Cole Barger stood frozen.
Planted into the ground. Heads to first. Patrick Noga Jr., another beast of a human in the batter's box.
Courtesy runner number 6, Elijah Tafoya.
Elijah Tafoya,
Ah.
your cousin out there to
One of
pinch
my
run.
cousins, my dear cousins, are pinch running for Cole Barger.
He's our pitcher. He's got to warm his arm up.
All dripped out. Got some a pink sleeve on, pink sliding glove.
And Hope Musso is now in the area. So if you have Hope Musso, come get her.
Devin is still on senior
I
assassin
want
talk.
everybody eliminated. I can't lie to you.
Mr. Lockwood takes a wind, takes a couple peeks at the bases, and lets the pitch fly. Inside breaking ball there. Flies out of the catcher's glove. Cohen is hesitant to take third.
1-0 count.
Huge leads off the bases. Pitch was a little high and outside. Got a 1-1 count. Wind still hasn't given up. It is still blowing ferociously out there. Bunt is shown.
Bunted over up high, foul ball.
I would definitely not want to be in the dugout standing still right now. That wind chill is for real. You can see it on some of them.
Yeah,
boys
they're all
down
out.
in the
They
dugout.
want the sun. They want the sun. It's a
They
little bit
have
of-
all of their jackets on, and I hear a little bit of chirping here and there, but it's definitely not one of the too exciting games that's going on.
1-2 count.
Mr. Lockwood winds.
It's going to be
Ooh.
low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, 2 runners on. Patrick
Tafoya and
Noga.
Glenn take their leads.
Has some muscle. We know he can put it far. For contact. It's going to be right there.
Missed by first base.
Glenn will score.
They throw it in. Cohen Glenn scores under the tag. At home. Really weird contact there. It looked like Patty barreled it up and just buried it toward first base. It worked though, and it got just under the first baseman.
1-0 Hornets in the lead. And my apologies as I accidentally hit the inning button and we have no way to reset it. So, it says 4, but it is 3.
Mr. Lockwood taking his time once again. Here, bottom of the third. Really long pause there, and throws it high and inside behind Mr. Blake Swift.
1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, runner on first, runner on third, 1-0, Hornets in it. Lockwood looking to get an out.
Mr. Eads might have given a sign to still, but Patrick Noga does not.
Good pitch there from Lockwood. Going to
Tigers
be
the top
outside and low, but barely painting that zone, and that's good. That's paint. That's what I like to see.
Really nice pitch. Two looks at first. Picks off. Patrick Noga is already on the bag before the ball gets to the glove. Superhuman speed by Patrick Noga Jr., and we love to see it.
Lovely.
If this was a dirt field at Hobbs, that boy would be getting dirty.
Back in the day when this used to be a dirt field, I remember.
The good old days. Lockwood winds.
Good old
Takes a
days.
pitch. Patrick's
Outside.
already headed to 2. Takes second.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Patrick over at second base. Runner on second and third. Don't forget about Elijah Tafoya. His speed will throw you off.
Definitely an improved player from last year. Could be a qualifier for most improved on the podcast. Lakewood takes the pitch, and it is tipped off by Blake Swift.
Got to get his hands around that faster. He's late. This is when you throw that off speed.
That nice off-speed pitch. Lockwood takes no looks. Doesn't really have
Focused
to.
on the batter.
Takes 1 look, second.
Another foul ball.
Good approach here by Blake. He does not want the tag to happen in those little painted areas that Lockwood's been placing. Playing it really safe, I should say.
100%. Still 1-2 count.
Lockwood in motion.
Curveball.
Pitch flies. Center. Routine out.
Runner's tagging. Elijah Tafoya is going to run.
Center lines it up to throw home.
He'll score.
Elijah Tafoya is just quicker.
sacrifice fly, all for Elijah Tafoya to run up the score as our scoreboard over on Hobbs Field is out.
That win must be doing some numbers. Score is 2-0, County Hornets in the lead. Lockwood in motion.
Montoya at the head. Oh, what?
Called a strike. Almost hit Sol Montoya, called a strike. Patrick Noga in scoring position, taking considerable leads as there are no looks for Mr. Lockwood. Excuse me.
Lockwood fastball swinging. That'll be 0-2 count.
For Sol Montoya.
2 outs here. Got to protect if you're Sol Montoya.
Just shorten up, get your hands around it. Let's see what he executes here. Lockwood takes the windup, takes a look. Patrick jumps.
Fouled off.
And actually, Patrick took a second lead. It looked like when Lockwood took a look at second, which was pretty weird.
I mean, 0-2 count, might as well.
Gotta
2
give it up.
outs. Like, if you know that Sol's gonna swing, might as well go.
Foul off in the same
Hat falls
direction.
off. Still 0-2 count. Runner on second. 2 outs. Montoya in the box. Lakewood at the head.
Lockwood in motion. That's the pitch fly inside. Called a strike 3. As we
3
head
outs.
to the top of the 4th inning.
Top of the 4th.
For the Hornets, 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 1 runner left on.
And we're kind of halfway there, ain't Devin?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're
Yeah,
What have you seen in this game for the Hornets and the Mavericks?
I've seen a lot of really good pitching from both sides. I have also seen Pueblo County not be afraid to put bat on ball, sack flies, whatnot. Do what they got to do to get people in scoring position and get some runs. Now, Cole Barger, got to finish it, got to continue throwing some gas.
Yeah.
And, you know, throwing to contact, getting outs, doing what he needs to do in general.
And they're the young ladies with the buckets. Once again, thank you so much for your donations.
One thing, too, that's statistically heartwarming for the Hornets, we have 60 pitches by Mr. Lockwood versus 34 by Barger. And that just means that County is putting a little bit more execution. And maybe Lockwood isn't pitching the best out there in terms of strikes.
He's definitely making, and you know what? Here's what I'll say. I'll say most of these pitches have come from foul balls, tips, whatever. County's doing a great job of
At their
making,
at-bats. Really nice.
yeah, making him throw extra pitches, fighting, you know, trying to take as many out of him as possible.
And it's definitely 100% working. Number 6 for Mead, Ryan St. Aubin up to bat.
10, 9, 8.
And going on 2 right now at the top of the 4th, our miracle minute for our Make-A-Wish kid, Mr. Jesus. That will be going on this entire upcoming week for the school week. Please come show your support. There are several events outside of Pueblo County High School. Tonight, I believe we have an event at Buffalo Wild Wings. Come show some support and donate some money to Jesus.
Couldn't have said it better.
Got Mr. Ryan
Will you
St.
be there
Aubin.
tonight?
I am not sure.
Do you want to go?
I would love to go. Cole lets a pitch fly.
Curveball.
It is a swing by St. Aubin.
Oh, 1.
Cole in movement.
Fastball.
Check
Down
swing.
Down the middle. It's going to be a little high, though. 1-1.
Lets a pitch fly. Fly ball out to right field. Second
Caught
baseman
by
Nick
Hernandez.
Hernandez makes the routine fly catch. Actually dives backwards for that one. Really impressive there, Nick Hernandez, taking some infield priority.
Charlie Baker.
Charlie Baker up to bat, number 10 for the Mavericks. Cole Barger gives a nod. He's in motion and lets a pitch fly.
Slider in, and it's gonna be called a strike. Lovely.
Baker takes a nice approach to let it look.
0-1.
Another strike called. He's painting that top corner of the zone.
Perfect.
Really nice pitch by Cole Barger there.
0-2.
Winds up.
Can he kill it?
Baker gets some contact, but it's fouled out to the left. Another one of those
Wait a
routine
s-
plays by the coaches for the Mavericks. Sometimes those things get a little loose and they knock them in the head, or sometimes they get hit in the shin and they're in pain for the rest of the game. It's not fun, but it's pretty amusing. Cole in motion.
Oh, grounder bobbled by
Sol
Sol
Montoya.
Montoya over at third.
Baker.
I hated playing third base when I played baseball. This is my least favorite. I'd rather play catcher.
Now
I
it's
sucked
Charlie
at
Baker
catcher.
on first. And that ball bounced pretty heavily. Sol was trying to get his feet through it.
Baker reaches on the air, brings up number 17.
Jonah with some good coverage though on the backside of that.
Able to get their stopper runner from progressing to second. Cole Barger probably going to pick off here. He
Cole
likes
gives
to,
2 looks.
as he likes to do.
Contact.
Nick
Out to
Hernandez
second base.
bobbles it, lets it go, out.
Out called. Really nice execution there for Nick. Bobbles it just to tap it, but still ends up getting the out at first.
Brings up number 9.
Way to take his time and let things settle while also getting things done.
Yeah. Way not to mix it up. Got number 9 here. Elmore for the Mavericks. Getting his gear on.
Readying up.
Readying up. Cole Barger's already locked in on the mound with one arm hanging down. Gives a nod. Takes a look at second. And lets the... Oh!
Locks back in.
Really unexpected turn there. That got me.
Nobody's there. That's what I was worried about.
Gives a check spaghetti. Spaghetti move. That's what it's called.
Gotcha.
Takes a look at second. No one's there to cover. Pitch and some
Change up.
contact. Sol Montoya gets a redemption. Makes the play.
Digs. 3 outs relatively quickly. We're going to go into the bottom of the 4th inning here.
Number 3.
County up 2-0.
Really nice routine. Really nice routine inning there by the Hornets.
Thank you for your donations for Jesus.
Cole able to let that contact happen on purpose, I feel, because he trusts his defense so much. That is definitely...
Well, I mean, with 2 outs, and if you feel like, you're up 0-2 in a count, you could just let it go.
Exactly.
Put it, make sure it's in the strike zone, and if he makes contact, you just got to make sure he's not making, hard contact, and you got to trust your defense a little bit.
Yeah.
there.
We can see he's not really too much in his head.
Yeah, no.
He's just trusting the
That's
process.
one of the best things about Cole Barger, not only for baseball, but for basketball as well. He's just a really calm player. He doesn't get in his head too much. He's not laid back because he's locked in, but
Yeah,
you know,
super hyper focused, but just not to the point where he's overthinking anything. Just really
he's
nice.
got a good mental.
Good mental
Yeah.
state there. Still, Mr. Lockwood warming up on the mound. The clouds have definitely darkened the atmosphere a little
I
bit.
feel like they've started to dissipate a little bit. I think that it's getting brighter outside.
And the wind still has not let up a bit.
No, not at all. Chavira.
Chavira up to bat. Nick Hernandez in the hole. On deck. Good spot here for County. Jonah Chavira coming up to bat.
Saw him at third base a little bit last year. Now moved
Amazing star shortstop, though. That is his primary go-to, and he does a great job at it.
Takes care of business, definitely.
Lockwood lets one fly. A swing and a miss by Jonah Chavira.
Oh, 1 Cal. Hornets still up 2-0. Outside. Gonna be called strike.
Low and outside. He just nicked that corner, it looked like. Lockwood gives a nod, peeking over the glove.
Gonna go
That's a
outside
fly.
again. Low. Ball.
1-2 count. We see napkins and trash bags and maybe a couple of cigarettes flying in the wind on Hobbs Field right now. The wind has not let up the entire day.
One of the reasons our teacher's not here.
Mr. Pacheco does not like the wind.
Absolutely does not whatsoever. Not a big wind guy. Not sure why.
Lockwood winds, lets it fly. Down the pipe, called high. 2-2 count. Chavira makes contact to third base, and it is an out.
Routine play there. I mean, can't ask for much more
Baker, out number 1.
as we
Number
reset.
3, Hernandez.
Nick Hernandez coming up. 1 out. Nobody on. Bottom of the 4th. Up 2-0. Hornets in control of the game.
Lockwood taking his time, peeks over the glove. No nods this time.
Hernandez.
Lets a pitch fly. Way outside.
Saw that break right there. Let it curve a little bit.
Let it curve a little bit. One nod this time. Lockwood lets it fly. Called strike. bottom of the zone. Contact. Nick Hernandez hustles to the bag. Routine play by the third baseman once again. Third base, number 10. Charlie Baker thinks it's 3 outs. Oh
Not
my
quite.
gosh.
Happens to the best
Announces
of us,
to his
kid.
team that it's time to go in, but he is 1 out short.
Now Julian Reyes back up to bat. Two outs.
A little bit of a quicker inning than we've seen before.
Inside strike. Oh, 1. 2 outs. Down the pipe, grounder, past third, it's in.
Scrapes the third base line. Julian Reyes with a double.
Now we get to see the famous double Sally milk the cow and drink it too.
Wow. But yeah, that scraped the third base line. Really well hit, executed ball.
Perfectly, actually.
And while that happened, I ripped my pocket. One of the buttons fell out and flew off.
That's no good. Up to bat's going to be number 4, Jacob Gonzalez.
Pants are ruined. Lockwood takes no looks. Winds up and pitches. High.
waits.
Lockwood's shirt blowing in the wind. Makes that action. Contact. Julian Reyes' arm almost gets hit.
Oh, causes an error. Reyes is going to score. That'll put us at 3-0.
Reaches second. Run scores on the air. Brings up number 10.
Jacob
Jacob Gonzalez at 2.
Yeah. Hornets up 3-0.
Conan Glenn readies his bat. No looks by Lockwood. Fouls it off.
Barreled into
Excuse us, that is number 4.
Jacob Gonzalez.
Huh, I don't know why I thought that was Jonathan Hernandez out there. Apologies. It's very hard to see. No binoculars, blind side.
Just a net and about.
Just a net and about 20 miles an hour of winds out here. Lockwood takes no looks, gives a nod. Lets it fly. Cohen with a
Glenn
huge
with a
swing.
and a miss.
There might be a puddle on the mound because Lockwood keeps letting out some spit every single time.
Lockwood readies.
Gives
Finds his
a
pitch.
fat nod. Something big might be coming from Mr. Lockwood. Lets it fly.
Curve, and he gets Cohen
Huge swing
looking.
once again.
That'll be 3.
No clear communication on the field from the umpire. Cohen's confused, but that will be 3 outs to end the inning.
We'll move.
It was a really
Reyes
short
in.
inning compared to the ones past.
Really, I felt like that was long.
Those last 2 at-bats, though, we did kind of
Those
pick it up.
last, Like, yeah.
Those first 2. Really
Cole
nice
Barger's
execution.
gonna stay on the mound. Gonna be his 5th straight inning. Excuse me, inning.
Oh, some other events going on today, some sporting events. I believe boys swim had a meet today. I'm not sure where. We could take a look here in a second.
Yeah, I could go ahead and pull that up for us. Just give
Just
me
some
a
sports
minute.
going on for the Pueblo County Hornets.
I'm sure there's a couple events going on today as soon as my Max Preps loads. Yeah, we got baseball today. I'm not really seeing anything for swim, but we got 2 more baseball games tomorrow, 1 at 3 and 1 at 5:30, doubleheader
Ooh,
for county, and then after that, some freshman baseball Monday, and then we got some soccer on Tuesday against Palmer Ridge, who's 4-0-1 against our 1-0 soccer team.
oh wow.
Then we play Palisade for baseball, and then we got South on the 20th.
Cole peeks over the glove, gives a nod. Winds up, lets it fly. Number 4,
Low, but it's going to be a strike.
Tucker Boston up to bat. Really nice pitch there by Cole Barger.
Really nice, actually.
Shakes off a pitch, nods at a pitch. Over the glove, winds up, and lets it fly.
Barger, curveball.
He shook off a pitch there. Something we haven't seen from him yet. Peeks over the glove.
Wind felt like it had some effect there.
Yet another one in
curve,
the dirt.
Drop third strike. Dylan Massett
Routine out.
gets the out.
Really nice pitch mechanics there. Really nice at bat for Cole Barger. Alex Benedict up to bat. Cole lets it fly.
Fastball outside. Gonna be a ball.
Benedict shaking in his boots, or it might be the wind. Cole lets it fly.
And that's going to be
High and inside.
another ball. 2-0 count. As Cole Barger waits for the batter to get ready.
Still can't tell if Benedict is absolutely terrified of Cole Barger or it's just the wind chill out here.
It's cold out here.
Cole lets it fly. Pieced up, out to right field. Routine fly
Reyes
ball.
with the catch.
Striker-like, up to bat for the Mavericks. Cole gives a nod and lets it fly.
Another curveball. Tried to frame it, mass it. Little ways out there. That's a hard one to frame.
Only one nod this time, lets it fly. Pieced up,
Oh,
Jonah Chavita
perfect. Jonah gets it.
with the low catch.
3 outs.
All 3 outs. Absolute laser to shortstop.
For out number 3. The top of the 5th for Mead. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runs.
We're going to go to the top of, or the bottom of the 5th inning now.
And Mead is on defense. Takes the field. You know, it's starting to slow down a little bit. I feel like Mead's taken a laxed approach. Nothing really.
100%, and I accidentally hit the inning button
Too
again,
serious.
so it's going to say 6 on there. It is bottom of the 5th.
Now doing the pitching. Number 9, Ethan Almore.
I think we have a change of pitcher. Yep, we do for the Mead Mavericks. Number 5. If I could find him. He's not listed on Max Preps.
Suspicious.
Oh, excuse me. His name is number 9, Ethan Elmore, up to pitch. They took Mr. Lockwood off, spitting too much on the mound and creating a puddle. Elmore looking to throw some off speed, warming up with the catcher here.
Definitely starting to give a different look for Gowdy. Give him something else to look at.
Cole Barger up to bat, timing him up. And on deck, Patty Noakes.
Barger ready.
Putting up for the Hornets in the home half of the 5th. Number 16, Cole
Elmore
Barger.
ready as well.
Catcher gives a quick talk to Mr. Elmore.
Another sophomore pitcher.
You know, really impressive from Lockwood there. Not too bad for a sophomore.
No, not at all. And you love to see it. That means your program has some length to run into it.
Oh, yeah. Cole Barger up to bat. Elmore with the hanging arm. Readies up. Winds. And lets it fly.
Starts low. Fastball. Perfect. That'll be strike number 1.
Barger just takes a look.
Definitely slower than Lockwood, I feel like.
Yeah. Takes a swing, Cole Barger.
A little bit of a daddy hack there.
He's definitely Mr. Elmore is definitely putting it in the zone there. It is slower, so the timing will be off compared to Lockwood. Cole lets it fly to right.
Pop up infield. Infield fly is going to
First
be out.
base, number 23, Benedict with the out.
Benedict out, number 1. Who's at number 21, Pat Noga Jr.
Patrick Noga is infamous for hitting these slow meatballs, the high cheese. Elmore with the arm hang, spinning the ball. He's probably spinning it in his glove. No nods.
Finds his pitch. Low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
Sure, it's blowing in the wind. Hasn't eased up. Patrick making a decision here. Call the ball. Got a 3-2 count here. Full count. Patrick Noga is going to let the bat fly. It is a walk. Patrick Noga is now on first base. Blake Swift up to bat. Lets it fly. Elmore. It's a ball in the dirt. We are having technical difficulties on our score bug, so you're just
And
going to
our
have to trust stuff.
stream, Since we were plugged in, or we were running Wi-Fi through my phone, and now my phone is dead.
Blake Swift readies. Elmore. No nods. Lets it fly. Strike. Outside box. He's tagging it pretty well. One, two count. Elmore makes a pick, and it's errored by the first baseman. Dropped a little bit. Elmore with only one look that time before he picks off to Patty Noakes. Still 1-2 count. Elmore lets it fly. Patrick Noga off to second. Makes it. No trouble at all. Gave the catcher no time.
Patrick Noga
throw
at
it.
second. Sorry about our technical difficulties. We should be back now. Everything should be up and running perfectly.
Good. 3-2 count.
Up to 3.
Elmore takes a look at second. Pieced up by Blake Swift. In the gap. Going far. Blake is able to get to
Noga
second.
is moving.
And Noga scores. Blake Swift with the double. Absolutely pieced to right and center gap.
Perfect, actually.
Now that's the sound of the bat that you want to hear every single time.
Every time.
Number 12, Sol Montoya up to bat. Elmore taking no looks at second. He takes, lets it fly. Called strike. We are at a 0-1 count. Elmore takes 2 looks. Lets it fly. Strike 2 called. Sol Montoya lets it by.
0-2 now. Runner on second.
Elmore takes a look before
One
getting
out.
set. Takes another look. Spaghettis. No pick. Elmore lets the arm hang. Takes a look.
Timeout by the umpire.
Sol says he's taking too long and calls a timeout. Really nice execution there. That's what I've been waiting for from the Hornets. These pitchers have been taking their time. Elmore takes 2 looks.
Fastball outside is going to be called 3 strikes.
Sol Montoya off the batter's box. Blake Swift, he's correctly. He's in scoring position.
You like that word, pieced.
Pieced up, absolutely pieced up by Blake Swift.
That's what happened.
That's exactly what happened.
Now Blake Swift hung out on second. Chavira with
Blake
a good
gets
eye
3.
lets Blake get 3.
Wild pitch there by Elmore. He says, my bad. Catcher says, it's okay, bud. They laugh it off. Elmore makes his way back to the puddle that Lockwood made on the mound. I'm never going to let that joke go. That is
Peak comedy for
comedy silver. Called strike, bottom corner.
you. A little outside to me, but, you know. Sure, the catcher did a little bit of a frame job.
Oh, yeah.
Another good one. This one's going to be called a balk, and Blake
Elmore
Swift
is
gonna
he's like, what the heck did I just do? Umpire is going to talk to him and see what the confusion is.
This is where we need rowdies.
Elmore disappointed on the mound, shaking his head, lets his arm hang, steps off, licks his hand 7 times, licks it again.
You're into this.
I'm into this. It's locked in. Elmore lets it fly.
9 versus 9 here.
Chavita
Good
check
battle
swings.
on the mound. That'll be 2-2. Calling those inside pitches.
Off before the pitch even lands on the glove, knowing that is a strike. Hornets take the field. No runners left on.
None of them.
Really good clearing. If I remember correctly, Blake did score, correct?
Yes, sir.
So really good execution here by the Hornets. Elmore not pleased by his performance on the mound after only 1 inning.
County up 5-0 right now, with Cole only having led up 20.
That's Elmore's. Those are Elmore's pitches. They reset. Mr. Lockwood had like 60.
51.
Only with 51. Not too bad, Cole Barger. Not too bad. His arm, he's throwing a little bit. His arm, he's throwing a little bit more with the side arm angle now.
Up now with the fastball.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Number 3 for the Mavericks, Edison Burke, coming up to show a piece of his mind and his bat.
That'll be the top of the lineup once again for Mead.
Barger adjusts his hat, awaits the standoff.
0-0 count. Top of the 6th here.
Ooh, peeks over the glove, shakes it off, nods, steps off, steps back on, steps off, steps back on, peeks over the glove, shakes it off, nods back on, peeks over the glove, shakes it off, nods, and lets it fly.
Flushes locks as he gets a strike.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah, number 1.
Although it
Of
did
the
seem like
inning.
Burke just wanted to take a little look at what Cole could give him. Barger with a nod, lets it fly. Ooh, Burke with a hesitant swing there. Still called strike. Someone's car in the...
Hopefully that's not ours. Someone trying to get into your car,
Someone is
Manny.
trying to steal objects from my car. Although there's nothing but car. Although there's nothing but Taco Bell wrappers and a couple of empty drink canisters. Cole with another pitch. Burke pieces it up out to right. Julian Reyes makes the catch.
One
Burke.
out from the Hornets.
Burke not too shaken by that performance. Heads back to the Mead dugout. Cole ready
Julian
for another
Reyes.
standoff.
Been quite the outfielder today.
Yeah, really routine. Nothing too crazy going on.
Hasn't let one drop though.
Barger with the pitch, called strike. Outside top corner. Up to bat, Connor Poe for the Mavericks. Cole nods. Lets it fly. Check swing.
Good fastball.
Makes Connor Poe lose balance in his own shoes, and that's going to be called a strike.
0-2. 1 out. Cole Barger ready on the mound. Curveball and in. Out.
Absolute rocket, though. Even though it was a dropped third strike, Dylan Massett still with those nice routine plays there.
Number 2 brings up number 6, Ryan St. Aubin.
St. Aubin up to hit number 6. Cole still peeking over the glove. Gives 2 nods. Ready's up and lets it fly. Ooh, dead ball. Off his own zapato, his left shoe, Mr. St. Aubin.
You're odd.
Dylan Mass also loses his glasses, trying to scramble to find the ball.
2 outs for Pueblo County. 0-1. No one on.
Let's it fly.
Barger.
Off his own
Shot.
shoe again. He's gonna have blisters in his boots tomorrow.
Will he now?
Those balls to the freaking foot though, they do hurt and they do bruise. So St. Aubin.
I got some nasty big toes.
What in the world?
from cleats mostly.
Cole lets it
not
fly.
from- Hornets can bring back some first place at the Hornet Classic.
Also, I would like to invite some, action in the comments. Tell us what you feel about these audio-only broadcasts that we're trying out at Pueblo County Broadcast PCSN. We would love to see your input, hear your input, and we appreciate all of your support to those who are watching concurrently right now. We thank you.
We do.
Now, I am not too sure who's up to bat, but Elmore is shaking in the wind.
That would be Nick Hernandez.
Nick Hernandez up to bat. Let's
He'll
one
spit
fly.
on the first one, and it'll be a strike.
Elmore with the hanging arm.
Hernandez.
Pieced. Fly ball, dead center. And it is a routine catch.
Left Burke brings up number 1.
Top of the lineup,
Reyes.
Julian Reyes. Elmore shaking the ball in his glove, licking his fingers. Looks it again. Looks it a third time. Gives a nod to the catcher.
Ray is getting ready in the box.
Elmore lifts the leg and lets it fly. Called strike. That was a definite fastball. Looked like a two-seamer. Julian also just let that go by. See what Elmore's got. Big swing. Julian
0-2.
was just under it.
Oh-2 now.
Elmore
Reyes.
leaning. Lets it fly. Pieced up the middle.
Cracked through.
Oh my goodness, boy, do I have something to rant about, but Julian gets first. Elmore breaks his own ankles. Julian hits it behind him as Elmore is in the motion of the pitch. Knocks him off balance. And now his butt is all over Lockwood's puddle.
Manny, you're something else sometimes.
Julian Reyes on 1. Elmore takes a look. An obvious look at first. A second, not so obvious, and lets it fly. High ball called for Jacob Gonzalez.
1-0. Gonzalez, we've seen him knock in Reyes before. See if he can do it again.
Elmore, though, gives some motion to the ump. Umpire says a little bit high on that last pitch. Elmore delivers another one, and Jacob hurts his
Jammed
hands. Jammed
No
up.
gloves, so
Ooh.
interesting.
Jammed up and hurts his hands out into left, foul. Ump says wait, Elmer says nah, I will do my own thing, takes a look at first. And lets it fly.
Reyes with the lead. That's a good pitch. It's going to be called inside.
Got a 2-1 count.
1 out. 2-1. Top
Elmore
of
takes the obvious look.
six, bottom of the 6, excuse me.
Lets it fly. Peace. Ooh. Fast hands by Cohen Glenn.
Strictly for aura right there.
That was some aura farming by Cohen Glenn. Ball bounced off of Jacob Gonzalez's bat. Right into Cohen Glenn's hands.
What has this program succumbed to?
Yeah, that is my fault. I should not be talking this way on a
It's okay.
broadcast.
I said it too.
But Elmore gives a nod and lets it fly in the
Check
dirt.
swing, no good.
Julian Reyes, though, with some speed on second and rounds second.
3
Like
balls,
an antelope. Did you see
2
that?
strikes, full count.
Julian Reyes rounded that bad like his life depended on it.
1 out here. Gonzalez needs to battle, needs to get something going.
Julian with a huge lead. Elmore with the hanging arm. He looks at Julian. He looks back at the catcher and then lets it fly. Inside. Jacob Gonzalez with a first base grab.
Up to bat, Cohen Glenn.
Elmore now looking at the infield to get some inspiration. The coach is not going to call him in. They're going to have a little pep talk on the mound. The Mead Mavericks. Right fielder for the Mead Mavericks.
What do you think they're saying?
Bring it in. You know, Elmore, you need to chill out. You are shaking in your boots because you are not having the best performance, but, you know, you can always shape that up.
Something like that.
Something like that. I think that's a good start. He licks his finger twice and thrice. Elmore patiently waiting for Cohen to step into the box. He takes a look at Julian. And lets it fly.
No good, outside. Ball 1.
Elmore says, yep, I know what to work on for this next pitch as he nods to the catcher. Takes a look at Julian.
No one over at second.
Pieces.
Cohen Glenn. Right field, deep.
Oh my goodness,
At
it hits
the
the
wall.
fence. Coach Eads circling his arms, telling everyone to run for their life. Jacob Gonzalez on third and Cohen Glenn with a double on second. Julian Reyes scores.
Heck yeah, he does. That'll put us up 6-0. Hornets in control. Barger up to bat.
And if anyone watching has ever seen the DVD player thing bouncing around on the screen and it perfectly hits the corners, that's exactly what happened with Cohen's bomb there out in left field.
Didn't go over.
No, it hit directly between the wall and the back and the track. Cole Barger up to bat. Elmore with the pitch. Oh.
They're going to say Cole went.
Cole with some interesting dance moves in the batter's box.
Is he shaking in his boots?
Elmore might be giving him a run for his money.
No.
Arm swing by Elmore. Cohen with a dry lead on second. Elmore takes no looks and goes for the pitch.
Outside. I'm going to say tipped by Cole Barger.
Catcher dribbles it in between his legs by LeBron James and goes back to his position.
Cole Barger down 0-2, needs to stay in it.
Cohen with the lead. Elmore with the pitch. And Cole with
Swing
an
and a miss from
elegant
Cole Barger.
swing back to the dugout.
Number 2.
Brings us to 2 outs. Mead in control. Patty Noga.
If he could drive these two boys in, this is looking like an 8-0 game. Elmore with the arm swing. Cohen with the lead. Elmore takes a look. Elmore pitches down the pipe. Strike. But then again, Patrick was just saying, yo, I'm going to see what this guy got. Pretty nice.
Elmore on the mound. Lets it go. Gets it. Fires. Didn't need to do all that. You had 2 outs anyways.
Third base
Third
makes
base needs to lock in.
a giant leap to grab the ball. I want to see his name now. That might have been Baker. Baker with the third place play.
No errors. 2 runners on dime.
Giant frog leap off of third base to make the play for the third out.
Top of the 7th inning now. I believe this is the final inning.
It definitely
Mead
can be.
does not score, County comes out with a win. If Mead does score,
Really good patterns by
they gotta
Pueblo
score
County.
at least 7, or at least 6
Mead has to score at least 6.
to go into extra innings. Cole Barger's still on the mound.
The Mead Mavericks are definitely Mavericks, but they aren't Top Gun Mavericks in this game. Their performance is a little bit lacking, and the Pueblo County Hornets are able to just routinely go through this game. That's one of the patterns that I've seen, Devin.
I will say their defense hasn't seemed too bad. Not a ton of errors. It just seems like they can't put bat to ball that often. Cole Barger's only let up 2 hits throughout this game.
Yeah, in these last 2 innings, it's been a struggle for the offense, but man, were they popping some good ones. Oh, Cohen Glenn with the nice hit to left field, deep left field.
I was
That
talking
last
about
inning.
Mead.
Oh, Mead.
Mead has struggled to
Apologies.
hit.
Mead has struggled to hit. Cole's still on the mound, stepping all over Lockwood's puddle. Sorry. Just a really nice routine game from the Pueblo County Hornets.
Mead in the top of the 7th. Number 10, Charlie Baker.
Charlie Baker up to bat for the Mavericks.
Quick 3 here could get everybody going home. Nice drive back out to the county where everybody else lives. Oh, raked out to left field.
That was a really nice approach to an inside ball thrown by Cole Barger, and Baker rounds first.
Nice fastball just driven straight to left field.
Real nice base hit there. And like I said, really nice approach to one of those inside balls. Willie Eilers up to bat. Picked off by Cole Barger. Baker makes it safe.
Barger, Baker
Yep. Barger and Baker.
going at it.
Willie Eilers calls time. Cole, as he was taking looks at first.
Umpire stretching the legs out a little bit.
Yep, he's standing out there for an hour and a half at least. Willie Eilers prepares for Cole's pitch. Cole takes 2 looks. Still,
Cracked
hit and
over
run.
to second.
Chavita with the bobble. Doesn't make it in time to first.
Pickle.
We have a pickle.
Pickle! It's my favorite ever. No! Oh,
Sol Montoya lets it fly a little bit too far right, and Baker's still second.
Runners are safe at second and first on the air. Brings up number 9, Ethan Elmore.
that was ugly.
That was really ugly.
That was ugly for the Hornets.
We had an
Coach
opportunity for a
Eads is
pickle.
losing it.
He's actually
He is not losing
he is
it.
not losing it.
Which I think is low-key scarier.
Yeah, you know, it's the disappointed dad versus the angry dad crash out. Cole takes looks at second. Spaghettis. Baker runs back.
I hate that term, I'm not going to lie to you.
You hate spaghetti
I
pick.
hate the...
It's just the move, man. That's what it's called.
Never heard that before. I played baseball for a long time. I've watched baseball for a long time. Never
Oh,
heard it
trust me,
called
it's very well known at
trust
Pueblo
you.
County. In the dirt, called strike.
Yeah, that was not in the dirt, Manny. How dare you?
Really nice
Cole
pitch by
Barger
Cole
would never
Barger.
put a ball in the dirt.
Number 9, Ethan Elmore, the pitcher. Cole with a new hanging arm. Ump calls time for Elmore. Cole lets the arm hang. Gives no nods. Shakes it off. Gives the nod. Looks back at second.
Watch this curveball. And what did I say?
Elmore pops it out.
Shallow pop.
Shallow right. Baker does not advance.
Cole Barger took off to third base to back up.
And that's something you don't see. You see the play, and Cole Barger executed it nicely there. We have a 1-out game. We have a 1-out inning, actually, I might say.
He's getting a little brighter
Cole with the hanging
outside.
arm instead of the look over the glove. Looks at second. Looks back.
Outside.
Wind has still not let up any bit. It's still blowing far left. I think now it's 10 miles an hour wind gusts. Cole with the hanging
It's
arm.
slowed down. It's not as bad.
It's not as terrible. We can't hear it on the mic. Cole lets one loose.
Good pitch from Cole Barger.
Had some movement there. It looked like a four-seamer. That was definitely one of the ones that he had in his cartridge. Jonah tapping his glove at second. Cole looks. He's waved off. Huge swing by number 4, Tucker Boston.
Gas.
Straight gas. I'd bet he's throwing 80 to mid-80.
Yeah.
Mid-80s. Cole Barger. A new approach, though, than we've seen. The hanging arm by Cole Barger. Gives a nod. Takes a look at second. Chavita waves him off. He pitches.
Curve. And that's it out.
Strike 3 on Boston.
What a beautiful. And I said curve, but that was more of a slider, the way it just like
Just flew
dragged
in.
itself in.
Really nice pitch there.
Cole Barger.
Cole takes 2 looks at second. Second steals. And it is fouled out deep right. Julian Reyes brings it back in. Still 2 outs. Number 23, Alex Benedict in the batter's box. Baker at second. And Willie Eilers at first. Cole talking to Chavita. Give him some clearer communication, please. Maybe, I'm not sure. Cole set. Hanging arm. Gives a nod. Looks back again. Let's go. Way outside. Another ball. We are at a 1-1 count. Cole lets it loose. Called strike. It's the outside of the zone. You know, Devin, that's something I've been seeing with Cole too. He's been tagging that outside zone a little bit.
Yeah, he's definitely throwing outside to those righties. Trying to make it as hard for them to hit it as possible. And you'll see that especially when they're slow on the ball.
And Baker tries to steal third, or rather just advance. It is 2 outs. But Mr. Benedict fouls it off behind the stands. Cole lets it go. Fouled off yet again by Benedict. This time inside the constraints of the field behind him. Cole winds up, takes a look at second. Let's go. Oh, spaghetti.
Hate it.
Spaghetti dinner by Cole Barger to keep, what's his name?
2, 2, and 2 here.
To keep Baker on second.